What up, guys? Yeah, we've got another winter Christmas beer coming at you. This one is one I don't know if you're going to be able to find, but it is Prescott Brewing Company's Christmas City Ale. According to them, this is the most awarded brewery in Arizona. I don't know what that means. Take it for what you will. But as the festive red and green labeling, Christmas City, figured I'd give it a whirl. I'm going to admit, I absolutely hate this sticker. It looks cheap. It's lowbrow. I'm not a fan of this thing. It screams, don't buy me because it's cheap. I'm hoping the ingredients is not cheap, but it is, according to them, the most awarded brewery. So take that for what it is. But, let's crack it open. So I will try to include the Seeker Brew link below so you can see if this beer is available where you live, or if it's not. I don't think it's, it's not going to say distribution on can at all. But, alright. Established 1994. There you go. But we got it poured. And let's get into the review, get into the smell. Okay, that, it's a lighter brown ale, very prominent with clove. Very poof clove aroma right in here. It almost smells a little watery. Like there's like a hole in some of the aroma. Like, okay, you get that strong clove punch, but there's almost like a hole where there's just nothing, where it's just like water and it's kind of like swirling around it. Maybe a little bit of cinnamon. I'm starting to get some of those the spices that I'm looking for in a winter beer. I feel like I'm picking up some of that. Maybe a hint of ginger in there too. I mean, it smells clean. Almost like you picked up those cinnamon pine cones at the store and you left them outside and it snowed and you brought it in and the snow's melting and you still got that kind of cinnamon thing. So you got little snow water thing, some cinnamon, different spices. This could be very clean with the spices I'm looking for. We'll see. Someone else there. Maybe a very light maltiness, very subdued in like a kind of an unbaked dough sort of way. Like maybe you're baking bread at home or pizza at home or something, and you're working the dough, and you get that kind of wheat, that wet wheat yeast thing kind of going on. Maybe a bit of that, so not overly pronounced with the malt, but it feels like it almost like I was going to say immature maltiness. I don't think that's right, but like an unbaked, untoasted maltiness. That makes sense, mixed with the cinnamon and clove. I'm curious to see how this is going. I feel like I'm going to get some of the spices I'm looking for, but I don't know if it's going to be like drowned out by just too much wateriness. You still want your seasonal beer to have a little more of that robust flavoring, but I'm getting super picky here. But anyways, it's got some of the spices that I like for this time of year. I'm going to recommend it on that, so I'm going to give it a thumbs up on aroma. Let's get into the taste. Okay, very minor maltiness. It's there. I'm trying to think. Kind of like that watery wheat, kind of uncooked dough kind of taste to it, but very much is covered by clove for sure. Not getting as much of the cinnamon. There might be a tad in there, but I'm getting more of clove and ginger. Maybe if you could almost say it's uncooked or unbaked gingerbread. Maybe something like that. You don't get you don't have the molasses in there that I think is traditionally used in a gingerbread cookie or gingerbread man. So you don't have that. So if you were to replace that with maybe a dab of honey sweetness instead of molasses, so you got that. You can have some of the ginger, some of the clove. Again, I think maybe a hint of cinnamon, not. There's something in here that's almost too sweet. That's pushing it where I'd rather have the molasses sweetened element instead of. There's something in it that's pushing it. It almost wants to break into the like a lambic sour kind of thing. It's not, but it feels there's something. It's pretty well contained, and then there's like this outlier of this sweetened thing that doesn't exactly fit. But you do get, it is lighter. You don't have many of the heavier roastedness, that heavier malted of like burnt toast or anything like that. It's not like if you were to draw a line and you have like the more baked good burnt smoked elements down here and everything up here is sweeter. Pretty much the entire beer lies up in this section. So you don't have, if you're looking for a super toasty, woody, smoky kind of thing, this is not it. This does not have really any of that. There's just a subtle hint of malt, not a lot. In my perfect world winter beer, you still have that malty toastedness, but then you add the clove and everything on it. Almost like if you were to I'm trying to blank on if you were to like mull your own wine, you take you could almost take like a dry wine where you get some of that oakiness to it, and then you add cinnamon and everything on it, something like that. Maybe that, I don't know. But so you don't have any of that oaky, smoky, whatever. It's there's a sweeten to it that, again, I'm not. Maybe it is a dab of honey. Not sure. But there is a clove, bit of ginger, I think. Maybe just a sprinkling of cinnamon. Although maybe all those put together is what is making this sweetened aspect. But it does have the holiday flavors, so I like that. And I haven't found anything yet with those holiday like spices going on. So for that alone, I'm going to recommend it on taste, because if you're like me and you've been looking for something that feels festive, this is it. It's not perfect by any means, not perfect. And also it makes sense coming from an Arizona brewery, because it's still, it's still, 70 degrees, low 70s. So maybe you don't want that winter warmer thing. So coming from an Arizona brewery, it makes sense. just know you're not going to get the smoky toasted maltiness that maybe you want in a winter seasonal. But I am going to recommend it on taste because it has the Christmas spices in it. Kind of tastes like a Christmas pie kind of thing. Maybe that's it. Maybe there's a dab of like a blueberry for the sweetener. I just don't know. But I'll recommend it on taste. Next category is value for price, and yeah, this was pretty fair. I was picking up like one of those gift sets for somebody for holidays, and I just happened to cross this one, so I bought the single on its own, and I think it was only like $2. Not bad. Again, I'm not at this moment. I'm not sure what the distribution is, so I've never really seen Prescott. I've never saw Prescott Brewing in Georgia or Michigan when I lived in those spots, but that's been a while, so I can't tell you where. You'll see in the link, so you can check. But it's only like $2. Granted, this driven down not too far to me, so it's not like it's taking a long journey. But I'll recommend value for price. I think it's fine for a craft beer. Next category is distinction, and it's. I feel like as this beer warms up, the maltiness is getting a little more pronounced. So if you really want the full the full effect of the maltiness, I just Porky Pig the hell out of that. Let it warm up. I don't think this is necessarily supposed to be served warm, but if you want more of that maltiness, let it warm up to room temperature first. But I'll probably give it a half on distinction. It doesn't really have that winter warmer aspect where it's more full-bodied malt. You don't really get that. There's a hint, not a bunch. But I do appreciate the Christmas spices. So that's giving it the half. The lack of the maltiness is kind of the reason why it doesn't have the full. So I'm going to give it a half on that. Next category is drinkability, and absolutely, this is a very easy beer to drink. Very, very easy, very satisfying. Maybe there's a little I don't know. There's just something in there. I don't know if this does not say the ABV at all, which is always a little annoying. But no ABV listed on the can. I'll try to post it in the product and the material, but or the description or whatever, or on the video. It'll be listed somewhere. But it's very, very, very easy to drink. I wish I knew what the ABV was so I could comment on, well, it's only 2%. What's the point? Or it's 8%. Wow. But super easy to drink. If you want something that just feels like the holidays, it's not necessarily the best tasting holiday beer you can possibly find, but it has those Christmas spices. So, absolutely, yeah, we'll go for that. Easy to drink for sure. So I'll give it a thumbs up on that. Last category is would I buy it again? And it's not perfect. There's something that's not completely tying it together. I appreciate it. If I was finding more winter or Christmas beers with the spices that I'm looking for, I probably would not buy it again. I probably wouldn't necessarily recommend it because it's not like the greatest made product. But so far, it's the only one I've found that really focus on the spices. And so for that reason alone, I'd buy it again. I'm hoping I can find something that's a little more, winter warmer, meets the Christmas spices. We'll see. I only got like a week left, so I gotta hurry. But for now, I will buy it again. That could change if I find better stuff. But for now, So yeah, I'll recommend it for that. So yeah, take it kind of with a grain of salt. Not the greatest beer in the world, but it's got the spices. And I do think it has... Okay, according to Prescott Brewery, the Christmas City Ale is brewed to commemorate both the holiday season and Arizona's Christmas City, Prescott, Arizona. I did not know Prescott was Christmas City. I feel like that is kind of BS. It should be Flagstaff, because Flagstaff at least has more of like the piney stuff. It's got snow. I feel like Prescott's is just kind of self-dubbed it. But anyways, it is brewed with nutmeg, cinnamon, and cloves. I guess I didn't get the nutmeg, got more ginger, whatever. Our special spices... brewed with... I cut it off. Brewed with nutmeg, cinnamon, cloves, and our special spices. I guess they're partnering with KFC. This subtle blend adds to the flavor of the malt and hops to create a wonderful holiday treat. I'd argue the maltiness very minimal when comparing to other holiday or winter malt beers. The hops, I'm not getting really any hoppiness. Yeah, so I'd kind of argue with the second half of that statement. But it is very festive. It is winter season. I could see maybe it's a hint of cranberry. I don't know. I'm so all over the place with what exactly the sweet part is. But if you want a festive beer that's not super heavy and really easy to drink, and you can buy this, and if you're having a Christmas party, I can see a lot of people just kind of getting into this. But yeah, that is the review of Prescott Brewing Company's Christmas City Ale, which they apparently self-dubbed themselves. But yeah, let me know what you think. Like, subscribe to us, good stuff in the comments, and come back tomorrow whenever I do the next review. Turn on notifications because I'm usually you got a few things usually coming at you each week. But anyways, for myself and for Prescott Brewing Company, Arizona, Christmas City Ale, take it easy.